And it's live.
Hey y'all, welcome back. So, how's everybody's weekend going? And who all is in here right now?
Looks like,
I may need to put my specs on for a
yeah.
second.
Looks like L Dog's here and MS Gulf Coast is here.
Y'all, I have officially reached the stage where I need readers.
It happens to the best of us. Excellent. All right. Well, we got a few people up in here,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
that'll work. And we scheduled it this time. It's not a pop up.
Right. I'm sorry. Like y'all, we've been trying really hard to be mindful of everyone's time, but this for right now, this time slot is what has to work.
Yes.
There's so much going on. And I mean, all of y'all already know that because I'm moving and now we're in planting season and we have recently up potted peppers,
Mm-hmm.
like all different varieties, tomatoes, all of that. Like so we're in solo cup season. Because we have had nights here where our brassicas and my perennials, we've had to go cover up with tarps because of the frost.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's 83 degrees one day with a low of like I think it was what 35.
Yeah, it was mid to upper 30s.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle. I lost most of my lavender plants because of it. So
I think one though is going to work out. So we'll see.
1 out of 3.
Yes.
So what I did today was I found a place that was I couldn't find any Munstead lavender, so I went ahead and I can't remember the name escapes me now. Provence, I want to say, like I can't remember. I'll definitely post on it later, but that was the only available type of lavender that I could find in my area or our area.
Yep.
I'm so used to saying my.
It's ours now.
It's ours now. But yes, there were some casualties already.
R.I.P. broccoli.
Okay, so topic for tonight, as you could see in the title, is basically how to avoid burnout when you're doing your gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hit this phase much later in the year most of the time. This year is a little different for me.
A little different.
So I'm kind of already with the different stages of seedlings and the weather doing whatever it's doing right now. I swear winter and spring are fighting for custody right now. And I don't know who's winning.
I don't know, but we're stuck in the middle.
It's based on the day.
Yes.
So I just kind of wanted to come up on here and because I know I can't be the only one.
Right.
And Earl and I are constantly, it feels like there's so much going on. There are so many things that are out of most of our control.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing we can control is our gardens.
Yep.
So to kind of like bring that back, because we can't control fuel prices, we can't control fertilizer prices. Like the one thing that kind of brings that back and makes people happy, gives you that sense of security, is your garden. Especially with the Straits still being, up in the air, everything that's going on right now currently. I don't know. There's seemingly no end in sight, and I'm just going to implore people to grow as much as you can. It needs to be just what you are going to eat, though.
Yes.
That is first and foremost. Why would you put effort into growing things that you or your family can't or won't eat?
Yeah, I've never figured that out. That's like paying somebody else's bill that you have no idea who they are, and they didn't really want it. Like they were not happy with the food in the first place.
Right.
Like, why would you grow something to grow it and then just look at it and be like, oh, look, something I don't like to eat.
Right.
Yay.
Right. Because, I don't know about where y'all are. We supposedly, according to the drought map, we're in the okay phases,
Mm-hmm.
but most of the breadbasket and the places in which we get commercial produce from are in a major drought right now,
Yes.
and there's no end in sight.
No.
And then you have the weather system. Was it El Nino or La Nina? I can't remember.
One of the two.
Regardless, they're a pain in the rear end, and they're going to have significant impacts on how much, like, I mean, it's already doing it with the winter wheat that's coming off for the farmers and stuff because of this drought. And then you add into that, I won't say the keyword, but things are being tampered with. And well, Mother Nature's doing her thing.
Yep.
So,
well, that brings it back. We were on our way to the greenhouse today, and we went through kind of the backcountry roads. The guy that was disking his field,
it looked like the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well, we couldn't see him. We were still coming through the trees, and it was crossing the road.
Like, is this a dust devil? What is this? It was so much dust. It was almost unreal. Like, it was unrecognizable for me. And I mean, I've seen some things.
Well, that was your first
as far
thing.
As farming goes.
We're in the car and we're trying to figure it out. Once we get up there and see him disking, the first thing out of your mouth is like, "Are you sure we're not in drought?"
Yeah. Yeah, because the land doesn't look that way when you're disking it. If because it poured the rain here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a rain gauge out, and the rain gauge, I'm like, did I put it in the wrong spot? Like, what happened? Because they're recording like 0.3 of an inch of rain.
No.
And we have had massive downpours. So it's been really weird. Yes. I don't know what it looks like where y'all are, but it's been really dry here and super hot.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing. Everybody in chat, you guys can let us know where you're at and what you're seeing out where you are. Kind of curious. I'm seeing, there's a lot of the fertilizer. That's another one to talk about. There's a lot of stuff going on that we can hit on and touch on.
Absolutely. So one of the first things that comes to mind when you want to avoid the burnout, like, we're just eliminating all of the, again, if you don't grow it, or if you don't eat it, don't grow it. That's just simple. Only grow what you eat. But also something to consider is what varieties of that plant thrive in your area. Mm-hmm. What varieties of that plant are bred for your area?
Yes.
Do some research, look into this, and see what happens. Like, see what you come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are a lot of great sources out there that you can tap into and try to, like, I know that there's new varieties that come out all the time. And then you have your purists that are like only heirloom. We need to try to find that happy medium between the two. Yep. Because let's be honest, a lot of the heirloom, the need for the hybrids was because a lot of the heirloom varieties have pest and disease issues. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you are like we are and growing in a very small space right now, and every inch counts, you need to make sure those yields are there.
Yep.
And that takes a little bit of research and looking into what varieties thrive in your area.
Yeah. Well, that goes right back to it. We got little ones in the house, and they like bananas. But Grace told me that I needed to be educated that we can't grow banana trees.
You're going to have to build me a greenhouse for that one.
That's a pretty big greenhouse.
And it's going to have to be a heated one.
Yes. I mean, it would be nice to go outside and pick bananas, but here in Ohio, it's probably not a good idea.
I don't know that, I've been at this for a while, but I don't know if that's a hurdle I could do.
No.
Like, you would have to be like deep south to make that happen.
Let's stick to peppers and tomatoes for the moment.
Yes, because at least we can overwinter. Like you can prune those back and you can overwinter those. We can stuff them in the garage and be like, okay, you go night night now.
Same thing with our potatoes.
You can't do that with a banana tree.
Potatoes are yummy. We're going to overwinter those.
Yes.
Good stuff.
So my next thing, because I made a list. It's like my brain. Y'all have seen me. I swear really bad if I don't make a list. So I, in fact, do have a list of things. So please forgive me. I'm trying to stay on topic and trying to be good.
There's a lot going on here.
Yes.
A lot.
Sleep deprivation being a huge one. Please bear with me. So planting low maintenance crops, touching on not sleeping, but yeah, planting low maintenance crops.
Mm-hmm.
And that also rolls into what varieties you're growing.
Yep.
If you have something, say a tomato that is just prone to blight or something like that, like grow. It may not be a really high yielding variety, but if you can keep it healthy, trust me, you're not going to be spending money on even if you're doing it organically, you are going to be spending less money and less time fighting against bugs, disease, all of that kind of stuff. If you grow varieties that are resistant to that, so that you don't have that headache, especially like most of us have full-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And even the ones that are retired, you're a caregiver to somebody, or, you know, whether it be your grandchildren, your parents, but we are all busy. It doesn't matter what chapter of life we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes good sense to plant those things so that, I mean, like, just take one thing off of your plate.
Yep.
We're doing this one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's really easy to get the burnout, and why would you add two possible things to get burnout?
Yeah, that just, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people get, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. Like, I know there's a lot of influencers, there's a lot of channels out there that are telling you need to grow this for this reason, and their reason may be valid in their area. It may be valid for them in the walk of life in which they're going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean it's wrong. And I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you always need to take into account what works for you, what's doable for you. I mean, some people will grow hundreds of tomato plants, and I've been guilty of that. And I've had to reel it back some. Like, that is a lot to, especially if they're all indeterminate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, the way that we're doing it here, I don't know. I think this year might be peppers that we may have planted a few too many.
Y'all. So, okay. I'm like super duper like psyched about this. I found a new breed of pepper that we're going to try this year. I've never heard of before. It's called the Armageddon pepper.
Yes.
So it's supposed to be like,
we got two of them now.
What's the other one?
No, we got two of the Armageddons now.
No, we have like a whole. We have got like 8 of them.
You bought more. You snuck more in the cart.
Well,
it happens.
If I want to save seeds.
Yes.
But yeah, I have a tendency to get carried away.
Yes. Well, and it's okay because peppers are used both for nutrition and medicinally, so I like a dual purpose.
Yes. So this is how I think, and I mean I could be wrong, but 1 is none and 2 is 1, so why not buy 3?
Or 4
I apply that with chickens, with cows, with pepper plants. I mean, but I'm a glutton for punishment. So we're talking about tonight simplifying things. So I'm gonna like backtrack a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
don't be like me and bite off more than you can chew every single year and question your life choices about, I don't know, July, early July.
And this is the thing. You have done this all the time in your past. I have done this all the time in my past. We are now a team going, oh man, this is going to be great. This has not been easy.
No, because I'm not fully here. So
we are, we still got raised beds to build. We've still got how many pounds of dirt still on the porch? And
we got that rain, and I was filling raised beds yesterday to get our potatoes in the ground because we're not yet at our last frost state. And I left the bags of dirt out, and it was like dragging around a body. And I'm sure I looked absolutely ridiculous trying to lug these gigantic bags of dirt. I'm not talking like a small, manageable bag. I'm talking like
we get the big ones,
the size of me. And so I'm out here like a little ant, like trying to drag this big old wet bag of dirt and like then lift it up into the raised bed. That was super fun. My back's telling me like that was a bad decision today, but I got the potatoes planted. I got them chitted. I got them healed over. I got them planted. We're good to go.
Yes. Yeah. You allowed me. This is the fun part, is because we both garden. Her way more than me. She's got more experience, and she's I'll give it credit. She is better at gardening than I am. We thought as a team is going to be fun and easy and all this. We go, why didn't you wait for me? I wanted to do potatoes.
Yes, but we're getting down to the wire now where it's like just whoever has a free minute, and we're not making content, we're not editing, we're not working on merch. Like whoever has a free minute, these things need to be in the ground by a certain time. So it's all of the fun aside, like we're on a time clock, and I understand that, and that is part of what puts so much stress on people is making sure you have enough time to harden off your seedlings. The weather is acting just absolutely bad,
crazy.
Yes. And trying to put things in the ground and not have them die the next day because of extreme heat or frost. So my next thing would be stop trying to do everything in one season. And I myself in the past have been guilty of this. It's so easy to get on that train of seeing what everybody else is doing and trying to follow suit. Or
feeling that you are way behind and that you need to do double, triple the work to get caught up.
Yeah, and here's my thing. Like people in Michigan are not planning the same things right now that people in Florida are planning. It's going to look different for everybody. So, I mean, if you're going to follow somebody, you need to be doing like following somebody and watching their stuff who's doing timely content on what grows, what to plant and when in your area. Because I know I've seen this come across my stuff a lot is what to plant in this month. Well, that's very zone specific. I mean, while if you're extreme north and you're telling people what to plant, that might work. But if you're trying to tell people in April to plant spinach and that kind of stuff, and you're in the deep south, that window is rapidly closing. Brassicas don't last long in heat. They do not like it. They will bolt. They will throw a hissy fit. So definitely be cognizant of the zone you're in and the zone the person that's making the content is in. Just kind of do some research.
Yes. very much so. Oh, he got hail. Ouch.
Oh God, that'll tear through your crops in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid to ask what size it was because, I mean, honestly, even if it's pea size, it's going to affect what's outside.
Well, every time that we turn on YouTube, Ryan Hall's live going, there's another tornado.
Yes, well, we're in tornado season, but I mean, it just seems like we're getting
Blasted all over the place.
Mother Nature's having a hissy fit,
Yeah.
and by Mother Nature, I think you know who I'm referring to, but you know, here we are.
Yep.
So what I started to say was stop trying to do everything in one season. Like, don't try to learn how to be a master gardener in one season. It's impossible. It's like trying to be a master canner in one season. Anybody that isn't a master role in any capacity will tell you learn through doing also, but you know, you have a mentor, you have good information put in front of you, and the biggest teacher is just putting that seed in the dirt and learning what it does. Just keeping track of it. Hey, does this thing like well-drained soil? Does it like its feet wet? Like those kinds of things. That's huge. And that will teach you more than just reading a book or watching a video.
Yep.
I mean, I could be wrong. That's how I learn best, is by doing.
Well, you need that experience, right? It doesn't matter whether you're canning or whether you're mechanicking or being a doctor. You've got to get your hands in there.
Yes. Well, with canning and doctor and that kind of stuff, you want to be a little more precise because that could be very dangerous. But gardening, you can afford to let things expire if, say, you need the space for something else. It's not something like you tried to eat it and it was like an experiment. Like, say, a variety of tomato. Yeah, you love tomatoes. You grew tomatoes because you love tomatoes. It just so happened to be a tomato variety you're not crazy about. And I've had that happen before. There's been several. They're just not as flavorful. The skins are really tough. Like, insert reason here. You don't want to grow those.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's another one. There's a new tomato that we're going to try.
Well, actually, there's more than one.
Well, we bought one today. That's why I brought it up.
You'll have to tune in for that one because we're going to do a video on it.
Yes.
It's one that I have not seen yet. And I mean, little old me, you know, I'm finally venturing outside the country a little bit. So
comfort zone. We're going to grow some new fun things, and we're going to do some taste testing. And yeah, it's going to be great.
So yeah, give yourself some grace, no pun intended, but just make sure that you're giving yourself the grace to learn.
Yes.
And like I said, we're still in good times right now. Everybody thinks everybody's running around here like their hair is on fire when there are way worse situations across the world right now. Yeah, it sucks paying over $5 for a gallon of gas. And your electric bill, it's like you're paying for the light at the end of the tunnel, the light of the Holy Spirit. Insert light here.
It's cheaper to pay your mortgage than your light bill.
Yes. So I get that. And that was kind of part of the reason why I wanted to talk about this, is because everybody is so stressed out right now. You know, your budget's being pushed to the limit, and so are your finances. You're like, the things that you had set aside in your finances to go to savings, college, whatever, it's now basically just, can I get back and forth to work this week? Can I feed my family? Like, it is being dumbed down. Can I keep my lights on? So my next thing was mulch your crops like your sanity depends on it, because
it does.
Because like I said, in July, well, I mean, this is just where we're at right now. I know where I was before about July was whenever the really high temperatures started hitting. And if you had that high temperature in tandem with one rain shower, you have weeds galore.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes pulling weeds. And because I
Mm.
don't spray anything I grow with
Mm.
any kind of weed killer or any kind of poison, it's quite the undertaking because I don't use plastic to but I don't use any kind of barrier.
Nope.
And as Jess Soward says, if you Mother Nature is modest, and if you don't cover her, she will cover herself. So if you don't put some kind of barrier down over that dirt, you are going to wind up with a crap ton of weeds.
Mm-hmm.
And then and that's robbing nutrients of your plants and your soil, going for weeds.
Yep.
So mulch. Just, I ask you that you make sure that it's not been sprayed with anything that's going to kill your garden.
Or don't buy dyed mulch.
Oh, yes, that's another one. Not all mulch is created equal.
No. Now, I do like the occasional weed here and there because that means I get to go out and eat things and like taste test as I weed. So
Well, and not all weeds are created equal, and that is why I don't spray, because some of them you can use for medicinal stuff. It's like everybody has become so accustomed to the culture of it's a weed. It's just a weed.
Yep.
Take some time, and that's why I keep saying, like, learn your herbs, learn what grows in your area, what it's used for. Lord, please don't use AI. Do your I'm like my book, my stack of books, I should say. It ain't one book. I'm working on my library, y'all. I have a gigantic
stack box.
Oh,
boxes.
Lord. Yes, I'm
still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those recommendations, like the videos on those are coming soon. Please be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Oh,
but
we just bought 4 more books today?
Okay, so here is my thing with books. I may be the only one, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably not. Buying books that are written by people, not AI.
Yes.
And making sure the information in them is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just takes a second to flip through. I found some canning books today. I'm like, oh wow, okay, we're gonna put this down. Because knowing what I know already, while again, I'm not a master canner, I'm not a master gardener. Do your own research. I've done it enough for enough years to know when I look at a recipe, I can tell you even if it's water bath, altitude matters.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're up higher than the person who made the recipe, you're going to need to add minutes. Usually it's in 10-minute increments to that recipe. Mm-hmm. They made no mention of any of that in that book. And that's why I keep saying, like, you have to find trusted sources that you can rely on for that stuff. I mean, honestly, if the balloon goes up tomorrow, all of that's going to go out the window anyway. But for right now, while we're in good times, do your research.
Yeah.
Find good, reputable people that actually aren't there just to get clicks or monetization or whatever. Find people that know what they're talking about and do the tried and true stuff.
Yes.
Safely. Otherwise, you're putting you and your family at risk and whoever else eats that food. Yep. And well, I'm gonna rein it in before I go off on her rant. Okay. We're talking about gardening tonight and making it more manageable. So another thing that goes kind of hand in hand with your mulch, and this is a thing that I wanted to touch on because of the droughts that are so widespread, is mulching is important in order to retain that moisture in the soil, but also drip irrigation or soaker hoses. Those things are going to be your best friend because, again, like I said, I know most of you are still working a full-time job. You're bringing home the bacon. You can't be there to babysit your garden. You put that stuff on a timer. Yes, I understand it's an investment. You can make, I forget who I saw did it, but they had these spikes in a 2-liter bottle with the top, or well, technically it was topsy-turvy. So it would be like the bottom of the 2-liter cut out of it, and would basically water their tomato plants, their pepper plants that way, even though they weren't going to be on premise during the hottest parts of the day. They wanted to make sure that their peppers and their tomatoes didn't get blossom end rot, because most people make the mistake of thinking that it's just a calcium deficiency. But what happens is, once you let those plants dry out, those roots no longer uptake nutrients correctly. And calcium is one of those nutrients that they no longer uptake correctly. So that's where you get your blossom end rot, is because of inconsistent watering. Because you can throw calcium at them until the cows come home, but it's that consistent watering, keeping those root systems healthy, that really matters.
Yep.
So yeah, I understand the initial investment, but I mean, use what you can find. Rig something together. I mean, y'all are smart. I know you are. I have seen y'all in my comment section, his comment section, our comment section, and it ain't your first rodeo. So I have no doubt that y'all will absolutely figure that out. If you couldn't swing drip irrigation, because, cost of things are getting more and more expensive for reasons. So another thing I wanted to touch on is not just your resources, but your time and your energy. That is huge. So it may look like moving a tool shed, or having a common area that's protected from the elements, in which you store your gardening tools, your cultivator, your shovel, your spade, your hori, your whatever you're using, your rake, all of that stuff, having it close to your growing space, because that's less back and forth, which means you're spending less time and less energy.
Yep. Keep
those things close, but also have a way to keep them protected. Because if you have wooden handled implements, they're, if you don't condition those handles regularly, they're going to crack, split. Well, and nobody likes, if you're like me, I don't typically wear gloves, and you've seen it in my videos. I don't typically wear gardening gloves.
Nope.
You're going to wind up with a splinter in the palm of your hand, or worse. And if things got really bad and you're not in a position to seek medical attention, you don't have your medical topped off, well, guess what?
Yep.
You now have an infection setting in. I mean, it's just those little things that get overlooked. It's just proper prevention. Prevents the rest of those peas.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Well, but that goes hand in hand too. That goes with housekeeping.
Yes.
We work late. We go into the night. It is not okay to leave your rake in the middle of the yard, right? Then you cartoon yourself the next morning. So make sure that you're keeping your stuff clean, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, keep stuff within a close enough proximity that it makes sense. Obviously, you don't want it to where you're going to, step on it and either break it or injure yourself stepping on it.
Both.
You don't want to spend so you have 15 minutes after you get home from work, change your clothes or do whatever, and you're starting dinner, you have it thawing out, and you're like, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to spend 15 minutes. I have 15 minutes. Set a timer on your phone. You don't want to spend that 15 minutes being back and forth between the garden shed, trying to find whatever tool you need.
Mhm.
It just makes good sense to have that in kind of a central location, like if you had multiple beds, or maybe you just have one giant plot.
Mhm.
It just makes sense to have it in one place that is easily accessible,
Yes.
so you're not wasting more time.
Mhm. I'll see. L Dog knows from experience right there. The LOL. He stepped on a rake before.
Ouch.
Yes.
I don't know what it feels like to step on a rake, but I have hit my shin on a hitch before, and
same
I can
thing.
tell you that will make you invent 4-letter words. I have a dent in my shin to this day from it.
4, 5, 6.
Those things are dangerous.
You will string together words to make a sentence that only a few people understand.
Yes, if you've ever been in that amount of pain, you fully understand.
Mm-hmm. Been there, done that. So, yes, do that with your tools. Make sure they're neat and organized. Do the housekeeping right. You go through bags, clean up the bags, right? You don't need that blowing across and taking out something. Just go through and keep things neat.
Well, and the
clean.
last thing you need, and this is huge with baler twine and stuff too, like the bags, the baler twine, whatever, you don't need your animals chewing on it.
Mhm.
Just keep stuff tidy.
Yep.
It would behoove you to do some preventive maintenance, because vet bills are expensive.
Yep. And little kids like to play in things. So there's a reason why your 5-gallon bucket says don't let your infant play in the bucket.
Right? Oh my God. I can't believe we have to put labels on stuff like that. But yes, this is the day and age we live in, and
Yes.
oh my goodness. So my next thing would be choose less fussy varieties.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's something that, okay, so here's my thing. An indeterminate tomato versus a determinate tomato. An indeterminate tomato is going to require more labor, because you're going to have to tie it up. You're going to have to prune it, like, especially if you're in a high humidity climate, because blight, it's almost inevitable in certain places because it's so humid.
Yep.
This is going to be my big thing this year, because up on the mountain where I was, we were lucky to get days in the hottest part of the year, like I think 82 for like 2 or 3 days was my max high temp. Yeah, I'm about to learn, y'all. I'm about to get schooled.
Grace is going to experience her first triple-digit days of heat.
Well, it should be fun. But that's why while I am doing some experimental varieties, just that it's that learning curve. It's learning by doing. And again, we're in good times. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanna see what it does.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be interesting because you're mentioning the fussy varieties. So that's everything from reading the back and knowing what is full sun, what is part sun, what is shade, right? So you've got the ones that require full sun.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that I can take and leave it out in the middle of my yard getting 12 plus hours of full sunlight at 108 degrees all day?
Shade cloth is your best friend in that case.
But
it will bake it.
But it said full sun.
And that's why I keep saying do your research, and everybody's climate's different.
There we go.
Every variety is different. That on the back of that seed packet is like a broad brush, because it gets shipped everywhere. They have no idea where it's going to end up and what climate those people are in. So we're going to give you just kind of like a
good luck.
Yeah. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Throw it in the ground, have fun.
And this is, again, it goes back to me saying this is why in good times you find the varieties you like. You find the varieties you're going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun with this. A lot of people burn out because they're just like, the sky is falling. Like, please, I implore you, try. I know things are super stressful. Try to have some fun with this because your brain is going to hang on to that information a lot better in a non-stressful situation than it will be if you feel like it's like dire.
Yeah. Well, and you've been at this longer than me. Have you had a seed packet where it said, grab your solo cup and fill it half full of dirt?
No.
Exactly.
No, we improvise. But I mean, the solo cup thing is like nothing new.
No, but we was doing some new things this year.
We are. Without giving too much away right away.
Not yet.
Yeah. You'll see that. You'll see that in the weeks to come. But yeah. Try your hardest. And I know it's hard sometimes. Try to find the joy in what you're doing and remember the why.
Yes.
You're feeding yourself, you're feeding your family. You may be blessing neighbors that say are elderly and, you know, Social Security is not stretching as far as it used to. So maybe you're growing in abundance and you can help bless other people with that.
Yep. Yeah.
That
might be the difference of life and death for them is a handful of tomatoes.
Yeah, because sometimes it boils down to, can they afford their medication, their life-saving medication? Not just like I need to go sleepy, so I'm going to get these pills. But no, it may be, diabetic medication. That is a non-negotiable. So if they're having to choose between a light bill, medication, and food, maybe potentially if you're in a position to do so, you can help out, even if it's just a little bit.
Yep. Everyone counts.
It does. It really does. And I mean, I'm seeing produce prices at the store go just like crazy. We're up to like, I think Walmart's like $1.52 a bell pepper per one bell pepper.
No.
It wasn't 2 years ago. I was like being like at $1 per bell pepper. I'm just like, how did we get here? And these aren't even big bell peppers. Like y'all have seen the bell peppers I grow. They're like dang near the size of my head. These were like itty bitty bell peppers.
Well, we're taking care of that this year, so.
Yeah, yes, we are.
$1.50. We're sitting on a gold mine right now.
By that standard, absolutely. So, yes, choose the less fussy varieties. And that also goes back to my find what grows good in your climate. If you have a more humid climate, grow something that's like less plump.
Try again.
Rebooting. Less prone to blight.
There we go.
I can't, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm struggling. Less prone to blight or any of the other diseases. This proves I am human. I am not bot.
Nope.
But yeah, like do the research, and it may wind up being you test varieties because again, back of the packet's not real. That's where going to a nursery and talking to the people that are actually knowledgeable, because I can't even tell you how many times I've gone to the nursery in the last few months and people are just like, I'm like, you will hire anybody.
I mean, there's a few that were good. The last girl that asked us if we was new or we bought.
That was like day one stuff though. Knowing that you plant mint in containers or anything in the mint family, she's like, now, because okay, so spoiler alert, I found a new variety of mint and I got really, really excited. So I'm just like, I'm gonna take you home with me. So at checkout, the lady was like, you can't put that in the ground, right? And I'm like, I kind of looked at him. I was like,
technically I can if I want to.
You're gonna have perpetual mint.
Yeah.
And way more than you ever wanted.
Well, You and I both looked at each other when she said that. We was like, who's going to say it first?
Anything in the mint family, you do not want to put in the ground because it will spread. So, yeah, there's that. But I am thankful that there are some knowledgeable people that they hire to, the people that are day one. It's easy for me to forget.
Mhm.
And I am glad that she did say something because, well, she shared a story with us that her parents learned the hard way, and that's how she learned. So she felt the need to pass on that tidbit of information.
Mhm.
And I'm glad she did, and I hope she continues to do so.
Yes.
Because that could overtake your garden really fast. And unless it was a tea garden, that's really going to be problematic.
A little bit.
Okay. So, all right. My next thing, and I kind of touched on this earlier. We've touched on this in past live streams. You have to expect and account for loss.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you could do everything right, and those plants, you go out in the morning and they're like dead as a doornail, and it's like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
You either have white flies, aphids, you have pest issues, you have disease issues, you have a drought, and you don't have a way to water. I mean, there are so many variables there.
Or
so
too much water. You could
yes,
have derecho, or you could have all sorts of things happen.
Yes, I know that word. But I mean, you could have root rot that will kill your plants. I get there's a delicate balance there, but honestly, as long as you have holes in the pots, root rot is really hard to do unless you're overdoing it for days on end. And the temps are kind of cool to where, the sun's not drying that out a little bit for you. But yeah, you can talk to anybody that's ever put a seed in the dirt. You can talk to people who have been gardening their entire life. They will tell you that is entirely normal.
Yep.
Do not feel shame.
Nope.
If you have plant loss. It's okay.
Well,
we do every single year. I do every single year. Like I constantly screw stuff up. Like we're human.
But beyond that, I mean, one, you experiment, so you're going to have loss there because not all experiments are going to go perfect. But like Gigi pointed out right there on the deer, if you don't plant for the critters, I mean, here's my thing. If I'm going to eat out of my garden and the critters don't want free food, what am I growing? What's wrong?
You've either sprayed it with something they don't want, or it's miraculous, one of the two. And I would say it was probably the first. And that's like, you always want to plant a little extra. I try to, and it depends on how much space I have for my seedlings, because now I don't have my greenhouse. And there's only so much space, right? So I'm right back there with y'all. We're starting over. So yeah.
The greenhouse is in the box. That's for next year.
There's so much going on, y'all. It's crazy.
Well, we're already planning out next year. Like
I'm a planner. I like to have next season already like somewhat planned out. I'm kind of fluid with the plans because, I mean, anything could happen at any time. But I want to have, while I have the ability to get my hands on things, to kind of have somewhat of a plan as far as like seeds, and which I may or may not have a seed habit. Every time we go to the store, I am picking more up. But it's not just for nothing. It's all stuff that I know we'll eat. And
half that shelf is seeds.
Well,
that's okay.
I mean, that's something that we could get. Yeah.
They're all yummy.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to touch on this again. Building routines.
Yes.
Like I said before, setting aside that 15 minutes, that half hour. Like, Some of us work day shift, some of us work second shift, some of us work the night shift. So based on what shift you work, you're going to have to either get up really early before you got to be out the door to take care of stuff, or you're going to be doing it at night because you don't want to water in the heat of the day. You do not want, and if you top water, which I try even when they're in the ground, to get my spray nozzle all the way down to the base of the plant. And that helps cut down on your disease issues. You want to make sure you're making a routine of setting that time aside. It only takes like 2 weeks to form a new habit, and if you can just get in that habit and keep it up. And again, I know some of us have floating schedules. It may not be, day shift, second shift, third shift. Just do what you can. Just don't water in the heat of the day. And there are some, it goes with harvesting too. It's not just watering. It's like you want to harvest your tomatoes in the hottest part of the day because your sugars in that tomato are the most concentrated. You are going to get the best product at that point. Whereas like your lettuce, your cucumbers, that kind of stuff, like you want to harvest those kind of early in the day. Your medicinal herbs, that kind of stuff, like you want to, once the dew is off of them, you don't want to harvest, you don't want to touch your plants when they're wet. And that's something that I don't see a whole lot of people talking about because that will cause blight. You want to make sure that you're harvesting, watering, pruning, all of that at the correct time. But just setting aside that amount of time every day. And I mean, I know some of y'all don't have help. I get that. And you're trying to do all of this yourself. Start with 15 minutes and see what that does. 15 minutes a day. And if you find that you need longer, you may have to go longer, but just start with that 15 minutes and see what that does.
Yeah. Well, both you and I have been at the do it all yourself. We've got the t-shirt, the bumper sticker, the patch. We've got it all. I don't want to do that anymore. So
we're not doing that anymore.
No. So now we're going to do it together, and it's going to be fun because you have come onto the property, and together we have. No, I'm going to give you credit. You have single-handedly times 4 the garden size, in the most creative and wonderful of ways, only to be planning out next year's garden that is more elaborate and bigger.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be. I like to eat, so this is going to be great.
Right. Well, and I mean, in addition, like I try to take into account, in addition to fresh eating, because there's now 4 of us, and we have growing children, and y'all know if you have kids, when they start, getting a little bit older, they can put the food away.
I can start putting the food away now.
Yeah. Yes, they can.
Good.
But that's what is included in this plan, is if, something happens and we're, the interest rates don't improve or housing prices doesn't come down, we might be stuck here for another year. I don't know. So I am trying to now, while we're in good times, put those plans, like I'm building on those plans so that I can make sure that as the kids grow, I can keep pace with the calories they're going to require. There's a lot that goes into it, and like I wanted the chat to be about like taking things off your plate and not being stressed. But it is a concern. But I'm fairly confident I've got this figured out.
Well, but you bring up a great point. There's constantly going to be things that come up. And so the things that you can do now that will take the things off of your plate, right? That is going through where you're like, well, find the things that are less fussy and find the things, it's the same thing. You're going to constantly have problems. You're going to constantly be fighting the weather. You're going to fight disease. You're going to fight bugs. You're going to fight finances. You're going to fight time. You're going to fight morale. You're going to have a battle in the garden. Take the things off now, so as something comes up, you're much better to handle it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that brings me to my next point.
Segue.
That was a great one, actually.
Thank you.
So my next one was to keep what I call a happy bed.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this bed doesn't need to have any kind of nourishment purposes, any kind of medicinal purposes. It literally, you're growing things that smell good, are beautiful, and that just bring you peace.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do this quite regularly with violas, lemon balm, stuff like that. It's like you're having a rough day. I'm just snatching up a handful of lemon balm, doing this number, and just sitting here and just like breathing it in. I'm bringing it down a notch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to center because today has gone off the rails. And while I can't change that for the most part, I'm just going to go find something that it is appealing to my eye, brings me peace, brings me joy. And it doesn't serve any other function than it looks pretty. It doesn't even have to be a bed. It could be a tiny little pot. It could be a hanging basket. It does not matter. Do the one thing, like keep something there for you that is just for you, because you are working really hard at providing for your family and keeping the lights on. And
Mm-hmm.
man, this includes you.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't all just for women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to y'all. Do the thing, plant the thing that makes you happy. That once you walk out the door, it doesn't matter how bad of a day you're having. When you get home and you see that, it's just like, okay, I can bring it down a notch. While I can't say that will completely make it disappear.
No.
It will bring it down a notch for you. And honestly, notches matter right now. Because
Yes.
I don't see anybody's stress completely melting away just by staring at a flower. But it will do something to your psyche.
Yes. Your mental health.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and you have it here. You have constant battles, right? Whether that's in the garden, outside of the garden. You've got stress of finances, of mouths to feed, of keeping together the relationship of the family, with friends, with coworkers, with neighbors. Like, you've got the stress. We got you a hanging basket, and not only did we get it, we strategically placed it as well.
Yeah, so it was wave petunias, which are one of my favorites. I'll have to do a short or something on it to show y'all, or at least take pictures, but it's like this bright fiery red, like a coral orangish color, and purple. And anybody that knows the color wheel, like, it's the orange, red, and purple contrast because they're opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It pops. It is gorgeous. And it always makes me happy to walk past it and see it and to smell it. Like, fragrant flowers are especially, like, because a lot of them will invoke memories.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully good ones.
Hopefully.
But
yes.
I remember, like, the house I grew up in was a ranch style, and we had the covered porch on the back end of the house, and my mom would have nothing but Boston fern on that side, but on the deck side, all of the hanging baskets were like, out on shepherd's hooks, and they were nothing but like wave petunias. So that kind of like brought back a little bit of my childhood, like that smell, and remembering like I was, I would help deadhead them and, do the watering, the maintenance, all of that stuff. So that was like a little bit, it was like a little piece of home. It was nice.
It created a nice memory for me because we're in the greenhouse. Grace is doing her thing, which it's her happy place. So, she's doing her thing. I've got the cart with all the kids, and Grace walks by and makes this face. I mean, you are talking Disney style twinkle in the eye, big smile, just absolutely in love with a certain one. And as she reluctantly moves forward to get what we came for, Rural sneaches over and just puts it right in the cart and just keeps walking.
You did. I didn't even realize you had it until checkout.
And now it lives right on the front path that if you walk to or from the house, you have to bypass it.
Yes. So I actively have to walk past it.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing it puts me in a better mood. Honestly, it really does. And it might be different for other people, but I take the win.
Mm-hmm.
It's the small things. It's the simple things with me.
Little things.
That's all it takes for me.
Little things in life go a long way, and with everything, it's a reward, right? You are constantly battling, you are struggling, you're investing time, money, energy, everything into this, right?
Right.
You've got to reward yourself. Otherwise, what's the point? If it's not fun and all that, go out there and have it to where it's beautiful. It smells good, right? You want to be there. Build your little oasis.
That's right. Yeah, if you have the space, do that.
Yes. Ooh, lilies. Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Yes. So, okay. What are we? Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. This is going to be the last thing. Coincidentally, it's like right at that hour mark.
Yeah.
So, in closing, I'm going to say build systems that set you up for success for future planting seasons.
Yep.
So, like right now, I'm planting everything in containers because, especially the perennials, because they need to be mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So that when God provides that opportunity that we find our forever homestead, we're going to be able to take our hard work with us. That was the whole point in our container variety berries, like all of my horseradish, even though like it's invasive, my comfrey, all of that stuff, my mint, yes, it's invasive, but I want it to come with us, and that's why it's in containers. So that is, you buy the containers once, or if you're lucky enough to beat other preppers to the bakery and get those 5-gallon food grade buckets for free, you don't have to buy planters. So, and that's a means of making those things mobile.
Yep.
You take them with you wherever you go.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about buying that again or any of that stuff. You have it. It's going to come back every year. You just have to, watch your pruning schedule and that kind of stuff on some things. Because like your sage and your lavender and stuff, you need to prune. But
yep. Well, it's like you said, once you get everything here, once we get everything established, once we get all of our stuff and our ducks in a row, so to speak.
I have squirrels at a rave. I've never had ducks in a row, just to be clear.
Well, we've probably got a whole farm in our area. Who knows what the goat's doing or whatever else. So once God finds the appropriate time for both of us and shines that light down on where we need to be, once the dust settles and there's nothing left in this spot but a memory of us, we're coming already established, right? We're taking proven plants that provided us food for at least a year, 2 years, whatever, right? and we're going there already with proven food, right?
Yes, and the beauty in that is it may sound a little harsh, but only the strong survive around me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to plants. Like animals, I'll baby a little more. Of course, y'all have seen that. But with plants, I am not going to sit and baby a very extremely sick plant that I know. Like, I'm not going to spend my time on that. I'm just gonna pull it and be done.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's all right. That's why we had extras.
So the stuff that we are leaving here with is going to be tried and true,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have to worry about babying it in the move or otherwise.
There's what, one thing that we're going to transplant. The rest of it, we got it planned out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I can think of is we're going to try and take the grapes with us.
Yes. Well, it's going to be probably a cutting because I don't know. I don't think uprooting the main plant's going to work. So we're going to have to like do
a couple of cuttings.
a dormancy cutting.
Yeah. And hope for the best, because we were just out there and it's showing very good signs of life. There's lots of new growth. Grapes are already starting to kind of get there.
It's extremely happy right now.
Yes.
Even despite the frost, we have one cane that took a little more frost because it fell down and it was laying on the ground. I didn't catch it in time. It just happened to be laying on the ground that morning that we got that frost, and it's like, I don't know if it's going to recover or not. So we're going to tie it up and watch it.
Hey, we did though. We bought the supplies. We both went out there together. We worked as a team. We re-trellised the whole mini barn, and it all looks great now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost professional like.
Like we know what we're doing. Excellent. Well, what else do you got?
Yeah, the mineral tubs from the farm store. Yeah, that's what my entire greenhouse is planted out, was empty lick tubs. Mm-hmm. Those green tubs that you'll look back on the videos on my channel and see, those are mineral tubs.
There's a lot. There's a lot of people that will, especially people that are new, but there's a lot of people in whatever, the gardening community, the homestead, the prepping community, like everything. If you are resourceful enough and creative enough, you will find a way to make it work.
You absolutely will. And it's better to have that mindset now. And not only that scarcity mindset, but like figuring out how to make things work kind of where you are without having, okay, so a lot of these, like, you have to have these biodegradable pots or whatever. And it's like, no, cardboard tubes work really well,
mm-hmm.
although they don't allow for adequate root expansion. So you want to up-pot those. So you're at some point probably going to encounter some sort of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a good jumping off point, especially if you're on a really tight budget. But yeah, that we all come from different walks, and we're all doing this the best that we can.
Yep. There's a learning curve, but
yeah,
I just got really excited. If you look at that comment right there that says Nordland Tactical, good morning from Germany, we just went international.
That's awesome. Good morning. Or Guten Morgen, I should say.
My German's rusty. I should have paid attention in high school. Nice. Well, and well, that goes right back to it. If they're watching, right, like we want to go through and we go, hey, it is the month of May. You need to plant X, Y, and Z. It's not going to work in Germany. Right?
No, because they have a much different climate than we do.
Right? So make sure that you guys are watching, and it might adjust, right? What they're saying and that they're planting in April, you may have to wait until May. You have to adjust for your time zone, your climate, your grow zone, what it is that you're growing. I've watched a ton of people that they're like, hey, put this out. I don't eat that. I mean, she does, but I don't.
Right. And I'm at the point where, for the amount of space that we have, or lack thereof, I should say, I can't justify growing something that I enjoy and only I enjoy. Like, if it's not enjoyed by everybody, I'm not growing it this year.
It's okay. We will. That's why I didn't grow mushrooms this year. The yummy, delicious.
You have canned mushrooms, and
I know.
Okay, so here's my thing. Our conflict is he hates cucumbers. I'm not a fan of the texture of mushrooms. I like the flavor. I don't like the texture. So I am omitting cucumbers from my garden this year so as to not take up space for produce that only I will eat. Where you can't really can. I mean, you can probably freeze dry or dehydrate it, the cucumber, but it makes more sense. And canned mushrooms are way more available in the grocery store right now. So,
well, I've got my mushrooms. You've got your cucumbers in the crisper drawer.
Well, yeah.
So
you gotta buy them right now because it's not nearly warm enough here to be growing those.
Yep. Yes. So, and that goes to a lot of it too. We talked about and touched on this, that maybe you are, and I saw Gigi said that she was a card carrying member of doing it all yourself, right? When you have a team, yes, you got help, right? You got somebody that's going to go out there and lift heavy things and do some digging, and maybe I'm not feeling well, so she's going to go out and carry the weight and all that. You know, it's a great thing to have that teammate and whatnot, but there's also compromise, right? I mean, we're not going to agree on what to grow. We just talked about it. So we've got to make sure that as we go through, we strategize. We're being very strategic. We're being, very particular on what we grow, how much we grow, why we're growing it. And granted, I leave a lot of that to you anyway. You're much better at it than I am, and much more experienced, and we do share a lot more in common, and I'm really excited about a lot of these tomatoes and peppers.
Yeah.
So
yeah, our culinary tastes are very similar, except when it comes to mushrooms and cucumbers. That's where we diverge greatly.
It is insane to go to the greenhouse. I mean, I was just picking on Grace the other day where she was saying something about the greenhouse, and I had to stop her and put her in her place going, that's my greenhouse. I've been going there for years, like that's, now I have to share it with Grace, and it's now our greenhouse.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
I'm just going to put that out there.
But it is really fun that, what other couples do, right? They get all excited that there's a new movie out or a new whatever. We go down the tomato aisle like, honey, did you see this?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful to have somebody that we work together very well, and that we have that shared common goal of interest of feeding the family, taking care of everything. There's not the sabotage. There's not the constant fighting against. Like, we already have to fight against the weather. And every other critter and bug and everything there is. Now I have a battle buddy in the garden.
Yes, and that is extremely important.
Yes. Well, it goes right back to your morale thing. Do a lot of the things. I mean, I strategically plant when I was by myself. Plant something that you can eat raw, right? That little boost gets you outside. Those
sugar snap peas. Those carrots, the tomatoes. I mean, even like I've known people, I will take a salt shaker to the garden because, again, I don't spray my garden with anything. So I don't other than bird poo, I don't have to really worry about encountering too many issues with not to where I have to wash my produce before I can consume it. I'm just snacking on grape tomatoes while I'm harvesting others.
Yeah, there's nothing like a handful of grapes here, some sugar peas there. I mean, it's just Oh, can't wait. Yeah, strawberries.
Yes, absolutely, strawberries. Oh, I have to stop myself with those.
Yeah. Yeah, last year was the grapes for me. I could not stop eating grapes. Yes. And we're growing a ton of strawberries this year.
Yes, we have a full like stacked planter full of them.
7 tiers.
Yes.
It's going to be like them little spinny displays where you're just going to spin it and just take one of each as you.
Now you can't be doing that because I gotta make. Okay, so I did 2 varieties. I did June bearing and I did everbearing. So you get to have the everbearing, and I need the June bearing to make strawberry jam,
I have a few.
strawberry pie filling. It depends on the yields.
I got to taste them, make sure they're good for the,
Oh,
the
okay.
pie filling.
Quality.
Yes.
World's quality control. If he didn't tell you already.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All the grace in the kitchen. It's going to be a wonderful.
The epic messes.
It's going to be a wonderful year to watch your channel. So make sure as you guys go and we wind this down, make sure you subscribe to Grace's channel. She's got a lot. She's still going to maintain that channel. She's still posting, still doing quality content, shorts, live streams.
Right. I know a lot of y'all have been chiming in saying how much you enjoy my daily posts and how they like get you through the day and make you chuckle. So it's like I try to keep the mood light, although there are some days that it's just like life be life.
Yes.
And you'll see that come through in a post. But for the most part, I try to keep it light.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need a good laugh, come watch videos of Badger, Merle, and some of my crazy posts.
Yeah, it's one of them too. We almost have the human equivalent of Badger. We can't. We're not doing the kid videos.
No,
those
no,
don't go. Those stay with us. Those are our private vault. But there's a lot of stuff between work, house chores, outside chores, moving stuff from state to state, setting things up, paperwork. The amount of things in the to-do list, it's like every time we cross one thing off, 10 more goes in its place. It is a Hydra effect, and we're determined, right? Failure is not an option.
No.
We're just going to muscle through this, and it's going to be great because we get to take you along the journey. That's why we started this channel so early.
Yes, and I'm excited to bring all of y'all along with us.
Yes.
Like, y'all have been, a lot of y'all have been longtime subscribers of both of our independent channels, and now that you're here, it's like, it's kind of bringing things full circle for y'all and like giving you a glimpse into our lives a little more than before, and while also teaching you things.
Yes. Well, and it really brings things into a good perspective. This is where there's a lot of people that live suburban or people that's just starting out or whatever. You know what? We're going to meet you there, right? We're going to come in and we're going to say, you don't have a lot of space, try this. Try this. You don't have a lot of money, try this. Like, just get creative. Start thinking outside of the box. Start watching content. What works for us may not work for you, but it may spark the idea that will work for you.
That's right. That is absolutely right. And that's why I say, like, any of my videos, do what works best for you in your growing zone. Or anytime I'm doing a video on a tincture or anything like that, I'm like, I'm not a doctor. It's not medical advice. Do your own research. It takes a little bit of the, legwork, but you got to do it if you're, serious about this.
Yeah. Well, that's taking things into your own responsibility. You cannot watch a TikTok and trust your life with it.
No.
Please don't do that.
Do your due diligence, and please don't trust the artificial intelligence to be like, yeah, this is totally safe.
Yes.
Meme incoming tomorrow on my channel.
Spoiler alert. Oh, good stuff. But it's one of those two. With everything that's coming down, right? Whether it is the intelligence of artificialness, whether it's weather, whether it's finances, whether it's rumors of war, civil war, like financial collapse. Like you can go through YouTube and just watch the sky is falling, the aliens are coming, the Chinese is coming over the hill. Whatever you want to do, if you want to believe there is something out there that is inevitable and it is coming around the corner, we're just doing what we're doing, right? We're just getting ready and we're just going to do our thing. And if something
Get ready,
comes,
stay ready, and then you don't have to get ready.
Yep. If something happens, we're going to deal with it. If nothing happens, we're going to keep pushing forward.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's the mindset that you guys need to do. Go through this list as we just put out there. Take the things off of your plate. And what it's going to do is it's going to give you a much better peace of mind. But it's also going to give you a mindset of, this is why I'm doing it. Yes, it looks a little difficult now. Yes, it may suck right now, but this is where that time where you embrace the suck, because the payoff's coming. That reward is there. The light at the end of the tunnel is there. You're going to look back on it as you enjoy the harvest, and you're going to go, it was worth it.
I mean, honestly, it's what our ancestors did.
Mm-hmm.
They did it out of necessity.
Mm-hmm.
And they were thankful that they could put food by, because during the winter when things were really lean, you know, they were rationing things, they still had food.
Yep.
Whereas there were it's kind of like the, what was it, the ant and the grasshopper?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and it obviously worked, because here we are.
Yeah. I'd rather be an ant.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. So, it's all you. You wrap us up, because we've been on here for over an hour and 20 minutes. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. So, I mean, just to recap, like, do your research, know what grows well in your zone, grow varieties that aren't fussy, that you don't have to worry about any kind of like crazy, like if they're prone to disease, don't grow them. Grow what makes you happy. Make sure you are taking time and being intentional with your time. Like, I think that time is one of the most precious commodities that we have, because that's something you can't get back. So be very intentional with your time. And just take that one thing off of your plate. Build that routine. Just try to build on every year and make things less stressful for the following year.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things that I haven't even touched on, but I didn't want to make this a 4-hour long live stream. So we just kind of hit the high spots on this one.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, this is all new for you. You know, as experienced as Grace is, and you've watched her, and she is proven, right? And now she's bringing her talents and skill and knowledge to a whole different grow zone, to, you know, all different style and mannerisms and climate, and like, yes, it's not that far, right? I mean, you could be closer. I would love it if you was closer, but it's enough of a distance that it really takes effect, right? I mean, we're talking about altitude.
Elevation,
yes,
plays a huge factor. Huge.
Yeah. You've got a lot of a learning curve, and it's going to really put you to the test. And I mean, so far, Grace is passing with flying colors.
I'm
Everything
going from being a mountain girl to a flatlander.
I'm gonna show you flatland. We'll take you out west. We got hills here, okay? So
is that what y'all call them? All right, y'all. Y'all be good. You have a good week, and hopefully we'll see you here back next week.
Yep. And
at this time,
we'll probably be over on your channel, so we'll see how all that goes. So
we'll see tentatively.
That's right. Tell everybody good night.
Good night, y'all. Take care.